Hey everybody, good to have you with us for UFC Ultimate Insider, presented by Harley-Davidson. I'm John Anik. Over 13 years as a pro, middleweight Tim Kennedy has had an impressive run in mixed martial arts, twice fighting for the Strikeforce title before entering the UFC. But those battles in MMA pale greatly in comparison to his experiences outside the octagon. As a staff sergeant in the United States Army's 7th Special Forces Group, Kennedy has been on the front lines and beyond in both Afghanistan and Iraq. And his story of service began on one of America's darkest days.
When I started college, I wanted to be like a forensic investigator, kind of like a forensic psychologist. I was just finishing up my undergrad, starting grad school, and 9/11 happened, and everybody remembers where they were that morning. I remember I was sitting at a desk at a dot-com e-commerce company in California when the dot-com boom was like going, and just watching that second plane hit that building, I was like, nah, I wanted to do something. I wanted to be on a plane that next day. So me and about, 5,000 other people were lying down the street trying to talk to a recruiter. So that was the beginning of me joining the military.
The first thing that happens with stress is you start losing your small motor skills. There's a correlation between your breathing and heart rate. One of the biggest problems with shooters is the rise and fall of their chest as they're breathing. As you're sitting there looking at the super tiny target through the crosshairs, you'll feel and see your heart rate go boom, 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 as you're shooting.
After talking to the Marines, talking to the Navy, and they wanted me to be an officer, and then, the Army, and I was like, oh, you Army, Rangers, Airborne, Green Beret, Sniper, right? Like, that's what I want to do. It's all the same thing, and the guy's like, dude, I got a job for you, and so that was the beginning of me becoming a Green Beret, Ranger, Sniper, Airborne, which I am now.
As a Green Beret in 7th Special Forces, what he was known for was obviously fighting and his ability to fight. Everybody knew that he was a stud, that his name was known all over in any group, no matter which group you went to, pretty much everybody knew who he was.
Started doing deployments, as a Green Beret in 2005. And, I hit the ground running, wheels were spinning, and it was the nature of the beast was the highs and lows of war and everything surrounding it.
I saw things horrible up close. The scariest was in Afghanistan, in this valley. They call it Chakajoy Pass. We were moving a special forces unit into a firing base. Things start going horribly wrong. They did this RPG, IED-initiated ambush. Boom, boom, things start going off. And then the second IED blew up. The second truck flips up on top of my truck.
Hey, you good? You good? Yeah. Are you good? Yeah. Yeah, I'm good.
300 Taliban guys started shooting at the rear vehicles to try to get us locked into that valley, into that canyon. Brown out, seeing muzzle flashes, grenades bouncing off my truck out into the ground. And it was just 3 days of that.
Combat level right there.
We knew that, this might be it. We may not get out of this valley ever, the whole entire team. We're in bad shape.
Get down.
I didn't think I was gonna live. Everybody was about to die. It's frightening, it's disturbing, it's scary. Everybody's tired, everybody's hurt. Bits of rock and gravel and lead stuck in their neck from IEDs or grenades or ricochets.
Come on, boys, I need you.
And then we started getting shot at, and again, of course, we're even more pissed off. And I started running towards the gunfire. To my left and right, my whole entire team is doing the exact same thing. It's pretty remarkable. We were fighting our way out of the valley. What ended up ultimately happening was a Taliban getting stuck between two special forces units.
Medals aren't given away for fun times. It's obviously a very emotionally involved situation, and it's usually because something bad happened. A high percentage, unfortunately, I didn't make it back.
I think everybody that's ever deployed or been in war, you can't forget that stuff. It's always there. You have those memories, the horrible ones. You can't understand what these guys and gals have done. But what you can do is know that they've sacrificed everything, know that they've been hurt, like physically and emotionally and mentally, and know that they need support. You just need to know that. You'll never understand why that is unless you've done it. They don't need to understand it, but they need to know that they have to support the troops and in every way and shape that they can.